Beth, Beth Bot is here. What's up? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. No, I was just doing. I wasn't sure because I'm having signal issues today. Wasn't sure, and so I was planning that if signal gets really bad, I may have to go outside and finish the live stream. But we're gonna try and do it in here because I'd like to cook dinner while we're talking. Um, no, it's not windy today, but it will be windy starting later tonight and sometime tomorrow, and it'll be like that for about 2 or 3 more days, and then from there it will get yeah, it should calm down again after that. So wow, 3 thumbs up. Yeah, what's up, Joanna? Nice to see you. What's up, Occult? All right, looks like we got everybody in here. Our people. Gemini was your intro ad. Oh, nice. That's good. That means I'm probably going to be making about $5 to $7 per Milla if that works out. So what's up, Kung Fu? Nice to see you. Um, the Robinhood ads, the crypto ads, the anything that has to do with like money or investing generally gets me the highest in the highest RPM. So if you see those, you know I'm actually getting something worthwhile. But also anyways, so tonight or so I went to the food bank with Farm Girl today. She came, got her post. I tore dude stuff down. All of his stuff's packed up, sitting there waiting for him to come get it whenever he decides to show up. Um, and so yeah, it's sitting there. And so like I've got that whole area taken care of today, and then I also got to do some food shopping. That way I don't have to. But I forgot to grab coffee. So my dumbass, I still haven't even grabbed a pen. That tells you how things are. But anyways, what we're gonna be doing tonight is I'm gonna be making tacos because I really wanted tacos. With the food bank, I give her like all my salmon. I give her like 80% of whatever it is I get, and then I just take the stuff that I want out of it. And usually I take the meat, so she usually gives me the meat, and like I give her like the salmon and like all the vegetables and all the stuff that I won't eat, the beans. She ends up walking away with way more food than I do, but it's just kind of the way it is. And so that way she makes sure to eat. She likes to eat more of what her goats eat, and I prefer to not eat what my food eats. So anyways, so let's get this party started, and then I'm gonna get into this AI challenge because I know I was asked a question, and because somebody was asking, well, are you still doing the 30-day AI challenge? And my thing was, yeah, I'm still doing the challenge. I'm still working on it, but um, what the thing is I just didn't want to spam the same title every single day. So um yeah, so I was trying to kind of change it up, but yeah, the 30-day AI challenge goes until I think it's like April 8th or 10th is when it goes till. And so yeah, I'm doing after that happens, then I'm going to do a pivot into a 2-year project that I'm going to kind of like you guys are going to progress with me on as I get to learn AI, as I build my own tools, as I monetize the things that I do and stuff like that. So but by the way, I got a red onion today. And we got tomatoes on a vine, so I just kept 3 of them and I gave her the rest of them. But um hold on a second. Let's put some garlic in this. Jesus. There we go. But so I mean that's kind of so for those of you that may have had questions and was curious about what's Tuck doing, is he kind of all over the place again? No, um, I've got a solid direction I plan on keeping on it. I'm not really um, yeah, it goes till about April 8th or April 10th. Um, but I didn't want to spam the same title every single day, and even the same the same thumbnail, because I started doing that and I started seeing it and I'm like, it might be good, but maybe I'm wrong. But it's just that's just my overall opinion on this. Um, no, I already got some. Let me throw some onion powder in on there though. All right, get it all spiced up. Um, but what have I been working on today? Well, I was working on my sustenance because at least one day a week I've got to go in and do like a major major shopping spree. So that means I fill up my 75-liter backpack and I walk back. It probably takes me about 45 minutes in the store, but at least once a week I got to go into town and do that. So today, because of it being a podcast day, it kind of let me up on that. But I've also been playing around with FriarBot and just kind of having it do some tasks for me and kind of help me out. So I've already so this video, so the thumbnail that you guys see here. What's up, Chris? The thumbnail that you guys see here was generated by FriarBot. So I'm curious to see what you guys think about FriarBot's generations. The title and the description was as well. Now the content, that's me. I told it what I wanted the content to be. Give me some title suggestions, and it gave me those title suggestions. It was, it's pretty seamless. But because it has a knowledge base to be able to go off of, it has a direction, and I need to start using it through the BotPress website, because that's like where the meat and potatoes of it is. It's easier for me to do it on my phone with Chat GPT and just kind of having that command there. But I'm gonna have to long term really focus on doing it. But for my video that's going to be coming out next Tuesday, we're going to be talking about layoffs and kind of how AI is being a disruptive force within the workplace, and how it could lead to homelessness, and just kind of um what your options are. Kind of it's kind of like a, here's the reality of the situation. Here is the here's what you can do to fix it. I like the thumbnail way better than uh young redhead. Oh no, you're good. You go. I fully agree with you. I don't like its likeness of me, but whatever, you know. But um, but yeah, I was able to get everything I needed. I almost got some propane today, but I was like, nah. Oh, and when we went to the food bank today, I also got me some. I got me a couple of shirts and another Long John shirt. So as you guys can see, I'm wearing a new shirt today with a new Long Johns. I've got my shower bag set up for a shower tomorrow, but it is what it is. Part of it's been the cold, part of it's just been, I don't know. I have my own hangups that I got to deal with on a daily basis. I mean, you know, unless you've been homeless, you probably wouldn't understand the obstacles that you go through, and especially the longer that you're out there, the harder the transition is in a lot of things. So like doing certain things that were normal, and if I don't have people around me that are reminding me, hey, you taking your shower, stuff like that, sometimes I forget, because you get so used to not taking a shower that it just becomes normal, you know. Anyways, so I've been working with the with FriarBot, and so for Tuesday's video, I'm going to be putting out 3 tweets on X, 2 LinkedIn posts. It gave me everything that I needed to be able to put it together. Plus, it gave me an outline so that I could go and research it and use the outline as a way to kind of tailor it. But in a lot of ways, what I want to do is I want to go do my own research and then kind of have it combine my research plus the outline into a workable script that covers all the points that I want to, but in a way that is going to be effective. Because um, one of the things that most people don't really want to admit is that part of the reason why Donald Trump is successful the way he is because he's able to speak at a fourth grade level. See, we as a general society, we're not really that educated, especially when it comes to language. We've got other hobbies, other interests like sports or NASCAR or keeping up with the Kardashians or all this other stuff that you don't really use those skills as much as you're not really that honed in on those skills. So for the masses to be able to find this palatable so that they can so that you can reach the most people, you have to essentially you have to dumb it down. My ex-wife, when we were in college together, she was a business major, I was an IT major, and um, we were talking, and she's like, you know what, the I keep talking to my teacher and telling my teacher, it's like, dude, like most of us, there's a good portion of us that are way past all of this. Like, why are you doing this? You're kind of like slowing us down. We could learn so much more if you got with the curriculum. And the teacher's like, well, no, I have to make sure that even the least smartest student has the ability to progress with you. And so therefore, in our education system and in our system as a whole, because we haven't improved our language skills and our language comprehension to a point to where we can have a greater depth to conversation and thought, we're kind of just forced down this road in a lot of ways. And it's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing, it's just this is the flaw in our system. And hopefully we will start to value intelligence a lot more than we do. Because here's the thing, all a man has to do to get a woman is to be strong, then he's going to focus on being strong because he wants a woman. If a woman if a woman wants an intelligent man that's well thought out, well reasoned, but still has a little bit of his aggression in him so that he could protect her, well then a man is going to tailor himself to that, because he wants, just as like women want high quality men, and they make themselves look beautiful, men want high quality women, and so therefore we do the same thing. Okay, so there's nothing right or wrong about it. It's just kind of the way that our social contract, that our society operates as a whole. And so when you take that into consideration when you create content, you have to put it down to that level. It doesn't matter if you're above other people's level, unless unless you're catering to a specific to a specific people. Like let's say one of these big YouTubers, they're looking for big dollar, big ticket clients. But if you're going to reach the masses and have the ability to have an impact with the masses, actually I'm going to leave that for you, Sam, that's yours. To be able to impact the masses, um you've got to really dumb it down. And that's just the realistic truth to all of this. And so this is something that, as I write my scripts and I'm like, okay, I want to be able to teach this, but I need to teach it in a way that doesn't turn people off, that will actually allow them to digest it, even if it's just a little bit at a time, so that they can actually get the full amount of information. And so that's part of why I'm using it. Otherwise, I would just write my own damn script, because I'm a fairly decent writer. But my problem is that I was used to writing technical documents. When I was in the IT world, I wrote technical documents, and then I went and I wrote my own legal documents. So I'm used to writing in a technical form and fashion versus, and that's even the way I speak. If you listen to the way I speak, I'm very technical. I very mechanical, I guess you could say. And so, like, when it comes to communicating to the general masses, to be able to gather them, this is just something that I, as an individual, this is how I'm compensating for it. uh so in a lot of ways, you might be able to say I'm asking AI to make me um uh, to to reduce my vocabulary. But um all right, so just to show you guys what I have tomatoes, I have onions, and I have cheese, and I have sour cream. Okay, and then these tortillas, I think that's all done locally too. At least the tortillas are. Because yeah, I got to see them. It seems like a small little family that just, like, I guess they've got some sort of operation on their farm. But uh, all right. So normally at this point, I point the camera at Sam. So come down here. Come down here on the bed. Sit. Well, I try. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely. Let's give her. Well, she won't eat tomatoes. I know she'll eat a little bit of cheese. So let's give her a little bit of cheese. Give her a little bit of cheese. Throw a little bit of sour cream on there for her. Samantha, get up on that bed. Yeah, she is ready for her dinner. So she gets to eat a little bit of what I eat. So she's not going to get the tortilla, but as you see, she gets hamburger, cheese, and sour cream. So let's okay, and then I'm gonna get to your questions. I'm just gonna get this set up real quick. Oh crap. Ah. Hey everybody, look at the floor. What do you think? I should know that's the ceiling. Okay. All right, doggy. Yeah, you ready for your dinner? You ready for your dinner? No, you wait. Over here. You sit, you wait. Wait. I said wait. You better have some control, little girl. I don't really care. I know. You go for it. All right. So let's go through and let's see what we got here. So I can say hi to everybody. Man, you guys are really lit up chat tonight. Okay. Wendy, okay, let's see. Okay, Beth, Joanna. Okay. Yes, community challenge goes to about Easter. So yeah, okay, so we already talked about that. What's up, War Donkey? Nice to see you. Beth, okay. Garlic, yes. Okay. Tacos, yes. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. I like the thumbnail way better than the young redhead. Yeah, I agree. Wish we could all teleport. Then we could, when dinner bell is ringing. You know what? That would be cool to be able to do something like that. But I bet you in the future, just with the advancement of technology, there's going to be somebody that's like, you know what? Maybe I should try that. And next thing you know, they're creating it because, um, you know, they're okay. They're okay. I watched a podcast today of a guy that is implementing AI. Okay. He implemented it into his whole life. He says, look, I am my worst force in my whole entire life. So I want to be healthy. I want to do better. So he gave it control over his life, willfully gave it control over his life. And he's saying, he's been doing it for like 2 or 3 years, doing this. And he's like, yeah, I absolutely love it. My life is better, stuff like that. Now, he also, he probably had to go through like a crap ton of programming and training an agent to be able to keep him on task, to be able to make sure that he does what he's supposed to do. But in a lot of ways, this is like taking the nanny state and putting it on steroids. For you that don't know about the nanny state, basically, the government looks at itself as your caretaker, and therefore, as your nanny, they're going to make sure that you don't do anything before before all the problems. So, get over here. You'll get some more later. So, meet up. Yeah, yeah. She does listen when she wants to. Mm, mm. You're dyslexic. Okay. You know what? I probably should. I probably, well, yeah, I've got to. Now, I know that I want to get a blanket because I made one of the Digital Rebellion merch. I made it a blanket. So if I reach my $500 goal, I'm gonna buy one of those so that I can have it and show it on the live stream. Mm, mm. Okay, well, miss meeting your international. Um, well, that's why I do one in the morning and in the evening because homeless entrepreneur, he's in Spain. Um, another guy I work with, he is in Germany. I'm about to get connected with their social media representative for their new channel, Homeless Entrepreneur Global. And I may be making some content, kind of helping them out in the process, and getting access to a social media manager that knows what they're doing. and will probably give me some good information. So sometimes it's not about money, it's about connections and knowledge. Mm. But usually, usually about this time of day is when the international crowd is waking up. And when I'm doing my morning one, um, that is usually the end of the international crowd's day. Because when I talk with homeless entrepreneur at 10 o'clock my time, which is Pacific, it's 6 p.m. his time, or no, it's either 5 or 6 p.m. his time. Mm. Um, y'all don't go for shaming the dog. No, she's still a baby. Still a baby. She's 2 years old. Um, yeah. I want to adopt Sam. You know what? I know that there's a lot of people that would love to adopt Sam. Mm, mm. Um, there are. So Bess asked if there are many international followers. There are some international followers. Um, I would say maybe 10% of my audience comes from Europe. I even have like 2 or 3% of my audience comes from Russia, which is kind of interesting. Um, oh yeah, you it makes me think. Oh, Yeller, yeah. I wouldn't call her Old Yeller. I'd call her Red. If you guys know the song, I'd call her Red. But instead of a blue tick hound, um, it's food. Mm, mm. Yeah, all red. Mm, I don't sing. Um, that's not my thing. I'll talk. I'll share with you knowledge. I'll share with you some of my wisdom. But uh, um, I told Farm Girl I'm getting civilized, and I actually have standards now. Uh, okay. All right. Well, at least I had a little bit. I'll eat more after dinner. But all right, so that's kind of what I've been doing. Um, tomorrow and the next day. So I've got all my resources. I'm good for at least 5 days before I've got to go into town. 5 days to a week. That 3 pounds of beef. I don't need a lot of beef. I can kind of split it up over the day. Like make myself some hamburgers or something along those lines. So I'm good for at least another week. Um, well, I'm. Hold on a second, guys. Come on, you want some water? Get down here and get some water. She was about to get in the community bucket. That wasn't good. Okay, so let's see here. Um, uh, no, she didn't laugh. She didn't find it funny. But anyways, but I kind of hope. Mm, I can kind of taste the garlic. I can't even taste the oregano in it. Mm. Oh, so everybody is off my property. Everything is off my property. So now I have my property. It's completely to myself. Okay. So to get back on topic, I want to because I'm gonna answer you guys' questions, but I'm also gonna stay on topic. Um, so what is it that I'm kind of doing, and what is the direction I'm going? Because I know some of you may be looking at my challenge and going, "Well, Tuck, we don't know how you're doing anything else." So I will. When I do the thing, there was somebody that suggested that I put it in a ticker, or I put it in like something, on the screen of like how well I'm doing on it. So right now, I've got a total of $85 out of the 500 that I've made in the last since like the ninth of the ninth, or no, it's on the it's, yeah, the ninth or 10th of this month. So, and we're 10 days into it. So being 10 days into it, $85, it's not a lot, but it's still working. Why am I still optimistic? And what are the long-term changes? Because part of the reason why you want to do, um, yes, please, Beth. Part of you, part of the part of a challenge is that it's supposed to help you grow and learn. You may do a challenge, you may fail at it, you may succeed at it, but what are the lasting changes that you come away from with it? And the lasting changes that I'm seeing, and I know that it's going to take time, because I'm wanting to do it in a more, I'm wanting to do it in a different fashion. If I really wanted to just kind of like go out there and push and push and push, I could, and be a salesman, but I don't want to be a salesman. What I want to do is I want to take, grow my audience, grow the live stream audience. And so for those of you that are here, every Tuesday through Friday, I do a live stream at 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you'd like to follow along in my journey, at least until the end of the 30 days, you're more than welcome to do it, but it's going to continue past that. So what are the long lasting changes that I'm already starting to see? Well, I like learning about artificial intelligence, especially as far as the changes that are happening. The AI agent and how easy it is for a person to configure. You can set it up for free. It's going to take a little bit of work to get done, but not nearly as much work as if you actually had to do it all by hand to begin with. Because in the IT world, you have your programmers, they just write scripts. You double click on a file, or when you click on a file, it sets off a chain reaction in a script that goes on to another script that goes on to another script that goes on to another script. And but the thing is AI is a little bit different because it's actually organizing it in a coherent manner versus just going. It's basically fetching data or executing an executable file. But I will tell you that there are some changes. There are a lot of it I don't see as like big changes, other than, yeah, now they've given the GUI, or the graphic user interface, to the individual to make it easier for the average person to do it. But I don't see, I mean, at least it's infant staged. Just what I know about technology and development, um it's not much past writing a basic script that you do, but it, instead of you writing it in complex ways, they pre-write it for you. Okay. Let's see, I saw a question here. Tuck, how are you living in one place and sleeping in the, you can go over to openairproperties.net. That is Stephanie. She's a good friend of mine. I trust her. She's going to be above board. You can go over, um, you can first do some of the properties, see if you like. If you like one, reach out to her. Friar Tuck sent you. She'll be able to give you something special because she's also a member of the community. And so you'll be able to work out decent terms with her. But I pay less than $200 a month. My total expenses, if I live like raw, is less than $300 a month. That's just for the basics, which I got to do, and like outside of food stamps. So how am I living like this? I'm living very carefully like this, but also because I've learned not only to live inexpensively, but I've set myself up to, if something were ever to go wrong, I could support myself. Because here's the thing: if you got a property payment, and your property payment, let's say it's 175, so you have maybe $1,000 in the bank to be able to cover that 175 payment. And then, well, you need water, you're going to need, animal food. You might need like propane and stuff like that. That's bare basic. So maybe you have another $1,000 or $500 set aside. So $1,500 set aside in some sort of savings account allows you that even if you were to lose your job, get injured, have to take some personal time off because of some stuff going on in your family. Oh, that is awesome. But it just yeah, it's just that's just kind of um, that's kind of where it's going. All right, so I saw something here. That you're going to or that the criteria, there's a certain section of the population that's vulnerable to these cuts, and when these cuts happen, that means you run the risk of moving with family, losing you've lost your job, and lose your home, you lose everything. So if you keep it to where it doesn't really cost you a lot, because which would you rather do? Would you rather have stability and you may be living off grid, you may be kind of roughing it a little bit, but you're paying under $200 a month versus you go and you're paying 1,800, 2,000, 3,000, $4,000 a month for something. Okay. And so you look at that and you go, wow, what one's going to be more beneficial? Well, and the one that you're roughing it on, if you would have a lot more flexibility if your income severely dropped, you actually had something. But the higher your overhead is, the harder it is to weather storms. So we all have talked with Bushcraft about what was going on with his with his place, because the rent went up, and if it wasn't for his girlfriend, and also because he's a rigger, and they that industry, the parachuting industry, went down, and so he's kind of out of work after doing that for like 30 years or something like that. So it's much harder for him to live and to function because everything that he gained has to go towards paying that. Whereas if he were to have something that is inexpensive, although you have your limitations, you would still have more to go on off of less, and you would have less stress, less anxiety, less everything. So that's why I said, if you want to know how I live like this, go first of all, look at the property, go to openairproperties.net, look at it online. If you like it, reach out to Stephanie, tell her Friar Tuck sent you. Okay. um uh Okay, Chat GPT. It's crazy. I like it. I know, right? Um, I will tell you that Chat GPT, if you work on it, um, oh, so you want to develop your own personality, but you got to learn prompts. Okay, that's the key to unlocking AI and its full capabilities, is understanding prompts and how to speak to it. You're not necessarily speaking in machine language, but you're speaking in a very technical manner. It's a little bit easier for me to pick it up. I'm already and I start to get quicker results because now I know how to ask it for the output that I'm looking for. And so yeah, with Chat GPT and stuff like that, it's a complete game changer. But the good thing about Chat GPT now, I've noticed that Grok is now starting to save your conversations, because that was a big hindrance, because with the way that I set up FriarBot. So if you watch last night's live stream, War Donkey, the way I set up FriarBot is is I got a prompt that was also part of setting up the agent, but I could also copy and paste that prompt into Chat GPT, and then it will operate based upon those parameters. And so as long as I stay in that same conversation string, it can grow. But here's the thing. You're not able to train it versus an agent. You can train it. Now, you can use agents with Chat GPT. There are higher end agents that will allow you to connect Chat GPT and to be able to do specific outputs, but you're going to be paying for that. Right now, at least on the free version with what I've got, right now, all it really does for me is it is a chat agent. It is using it's going to be the brains of what I eventually will build, because as I train it, it's going to be the center focal point, because it's going to put out to other agents. So you want to have multiple agents when you set this stuff up. I'm telling you, this is it's like setting up a multi-node network, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Um, if you set it up like a multi-node network,